Now, I've been already with your fiancés and I talked to them. I praised you a lot. Now, first thing we have to know that this marriage ceremony that we have organized with a purpose. The first purpose is that we regard marriage is very essential for SAHAJA. If somebody doesn't want to marry, we say, all right, you get out of SAHAJA, we saw that. Now, why marriage is important? Because marriage is like a big yajna, it's like a big tapasya, you can call it, or is a great experience. How to achieve balance, how to become a witness, and how to become the spirit. It's very important. Now the first and foremost thing we have to know that he is your husband and nobody else is your husband. Nobody is more important than he is. See, men are very easy to be controlled. If you can make them feel they are the most important people for you, then you can manage them very well. But the first, foremost ambition should be, or the idea should be, that I'll make my married life extremely happy. Because if the married life is happy, you will be happy. Now men have a habit of sometimes losing temper, doesn't matter, that's their habit. So you shouldn't immediately become the same type, but you can little bit in a womanly way try to put your sweet device of smiling it or laughing it out or little bit showing nice somehow, but not to make it serious. It's very important. So how to handle the men, especially your husbands, is an art. And that art you will achieve gradually when you start seeing. But if you start finding faults with the men and start saying, you can't do this, you can't do this, you don't know how to drive or how to do this, all these things, then you are finished. You must say you are the best driver, you are the best. That's the way you have to deal with them. But not that you are befooling them, because you say this because you love. And love is the basis between you and him, nothing else. Not money, not what you have got for him or he has brought for you, nothing of that. All these things are not materialistic. They have nothing to do with matter. Love is something which you can express also through matter sometimes by giving some nice presents or nice food or something. But the most important thing is your heart. You should not cheat in any way. You should not be hypocritical and you should not try to do something that is not pure. So in SAHAJA, the purpose of these marriages is to have you connected internationally, so you all transcend all the barriers of your nationality, barriers of racialism, barriers of caste, barriers of so much of materialism. So you should not compare your husband with anyone. He is your husband. And you shouldn't expect too much from him. He's not given me this, he has not done that for me, he is like this. It's not necessary. You must always think what I have done for him. Also, what's wrong with me. Now some people, especially in the West, it's very common that after marriage they think they have to work out marriage. It's no working out. You see, like they think that as you work out your kitchen, work out your thing, it's not like that. It's spontaneous between the two human beings who are realized souls. It is not that you are working out anything, but spontaneously you are going to enjoy. Spontaneously. Now, if you become extremely critical and try to show you are very brilliant and this, that's not going to work. To be humble, keep quiet. Those who are really intelligent always keep quiet and watch things. But those who are not are bumptious. The more you are in SAHAJA, the more you will be respected by him and by everybody else. Apart from that, there are so many saints who want to be born. Once you have a very happy married life among yourselves, those saints will be born to you, and it will be such a blessing and joyful. So try to understand, not to boss your husband or try to put him right or do things. And in a very, I've seen some ladies who are extremely tense, very tense type. They can never give joy. They are themselves not in joy. How can they give joy? So the tension should not be there at all of any kind. Be relaxed. You are the other side of Sahaja Yoga, which gives peace, joy, nourishment, and also complete tranquility. In the family, you are responsible for tranquility. Even if husband is angry, children are fighting, if the mother is tranquil, you can control all the situation. So the situation has to be controlled in a way that you make life happy for everyone. Sometimes women feel very angry when I tell them that first feed your children, your husband, and then you eat yourself. Because that is the job of a woman. Like a man should go earn living, do what he wants to do, job and all that. But the woman has to really look after the husband, look after the family, look after everything. Also you'll find our Indian husbands not so good as far as the gardening is concerned, or you can say they don't know how to mend anything like cars or your plumbing. They don't know. So it doesn't matter. Take it easy. Gradually they'll pick up. And they'll learn and they'll do it. But don't become impatient with them. Just make fun of it. See? Just make fun. That's the best way to manage it. And that don't expect too much that they will do this nicely. Sometimes they cannot clean the utensils properly. They don't know how to do it. So all right, just make fun of it and just enjoy it. Because they have no, you see, in England or America, I've seen anywhere, they have no servants at all. While we have servants here, so all these boys are spoiled by the servants. So they are absolutely good for nothing as far as these things are concerned. But if you just try to teach them and help them, they will definitely go all out to do it. So the only thing you have to do is to love them with a clear heart and all the time forgive and let them know that she's the only one I have in the whole world, apart from the Holy Mother. Of course, I am not against divorce, but I am not for it. In the sense that I don't like people when they divorce. But when things are impossible and difficult and one has to go in for such a thing, doesn't matter. Sometimes one has to do it. But it should be very rare. One should not think of a divorce at all. People think of divorce in the West mostly because of the laws, because the wife gets the money or the husband gets the money. But in Sahaja Yoga, if you are married, all these things, even if you are divorced, I will not support. Moreover, another thing is that the wife should not take money from the husband and send it to her relations. Never. It's a very, very wrong thing. It's to support your family through the money of their husband. Absolutely not allowed. That should not be done. You should not put the pressure of your family on your husband. You see, there has to be a clear-cut understanding for all of you that you will not take, you must keep your self-respect. Don't ask for anything. If he gives you anything, well and good. But don't ask, don't demand. That means you are not a surgeon. If you are a satisfied soul, why should you ask for it? Or somebody gets something, she has got this, she has, nothing of the kind. You be satisfied. And this is how some girls nag their husbands very much. Most important thing is that you should not talk about your past at all. Because past is finished, now you are Sahajogis, you are all realized souls. So you don't have to say a word about your past. Even if husband starts talking, you just stop. And tell him, we are to live in the present. Don't tell us about your past. I don't know why people think that they will look more attractive if they talk about all the past nonsense they did. Or to say that my mother was so bad, all psychological nonsense. Not to put your parents into jeopardy by saying they are very bad, they are no good, this, that. Just forget the past and live in the present, because in the present resides the reality. And the reality is the ocean of joy. You should not nag him for anything. Supposing he doesn't like some things, you shouldn't do it. Whatever he doesn't like, small things, like I was married in a family which was culturally very different. Very different. And they don't wear flowers, you see. And in India, all the married ladies, I mean down south, I'm saying, in my community, all wear garlands around their buns and things. Is always done. So my husband said, no, better not do it, because, here in our community only the bad women wear that to attract men. Since that day I've never worn it. Doesn't matter. Not important. So also you must understand, now you have to take to the style of life of your husband. He's fond of entertaining, look after that. Women should be entertaining, they should look after her. They should not mind if somebody comes to stay with them or lives with them, or they should not try to show. On the contrary, they should be happy they are able to look after someone who is a Sahaja. So for the Sahajogis, you must keep always your heart open, your house open. There are so many things which I would like to tell you, but in this short time I have to just say that it is the responsibility of the women to make their marriages happy. Depends on their intelligence and on their dedication to Sahaja. It's your responsibility. And if you see in a wider sense, the responsibility of making a good society is that of a woman. Even if she has to suffer, she can. She's like this Mother Earth, she can suffer it. She never feels she suffers. She's so great. You are Shaktis. So, as Shaktis, if you have to suffer, you don't mind. And what you have to feel is that we are responsible for making our Sahaja society a perfect society. That's our responsibility. All your greed, all your ambitions, everything should be directed towards making a very, very happy married life. I wish all of you a very happy and prosperous married life.